I've waited 2 years for the Ford Lightning, and it's finally here. And as someone who owns a gas guzzler F150 V8 Triton and the first-gen 2015 Ford Transit van, you could call this a leap of faith, trusting the future of EVs. Right off the bat, the acceleration, handling, smoothness, and ease of use of the electric motor, coupled with pro power and true AC outlets, no need for inverters, and the ability to throw construction, home improvement, or leisure projects in the back make me proud to be a Lightning owner. The interior is modern, but not too futuristic for futuristic's sake. The drawbacks, though, are clear. I'll drive her about 100 miles before range anxiety kicks in. Public parking spots make for tight squeezes, and the price, if you don't snag a Pro or an XLT model, is above $80,000, getting no tax incentives, and that's a deal breaker. I got my F150 used with 100k miles on it for only $10,000, and this cost me $70,000. So about $60,000 difference to save on gas. The math doesn't really add up. For daily work, this is great, but my dreams of cross-country travel trailers just won't come to fruition. I'm not getting that far without DC chargers. Those tight parking spaces make no room for the 31-foot trailer. And even with my regular truck, it was sticky situations, always searching for loves, pilots, and other truck stops. So should you get it? Let's dive in. I do regular maintenance, oil changes, brake pads, rotors, tune-ups with spark plug changes, fuel injectors, engine belts, tire plug transmissions, fluid flushes. Here's my crappy slapped together workshop with some rusted jacks, cabinet full of carb filters and WD-40s. It's an oily mess. One time, I even replaced my motorcycle with a lawnmower engine. I'm a crappy welder, a worse electrician, and a nightmare for my HOA. On top of that, my family has had a slew of small businesses, party rental deliveries, our family restaurant deliveries, and catering. So yes, I work my trucks, and as I said, I take care of them, they take care of me. The F150 Lightning today is the only thing that fits the bill and budget, staying under $80K. Nearly everything about the F150 terrifies me because of its EV. All that handiness thrown by the wayside. I had a near panic attack at the dealer trying to sell me an extended warranty on components like electronic failures that I'd never be able to fix or diagnose with an OBD2 sensor. Pro tip, thank God for the internet subreddit forums and F150 Lightning warranties, fair prices, things you can read and pull up on the site and take your time to decide. Comparable pricing, fair information on the internet. Don't get cornered at the dealer's office. Here's why I'm taking a leap of faith on Ford and the Lightning, even with the range anxiety. Number one, the warranty. For one, the manufacturer warranty is 8 years for the battery and up to 100,000 miles. 36 months and 36,000 miles, bumper to bumper warranty as well. Read up on that manufacturer warranty and make sure you know what it already comes with in the purchase. Visit all the subreddits. F150 Lightning is a great resource and forums before you make your purchase. Number two, compatible with my weight distribution hitches, having a 4 and 7-way plug. I can, whether I like it or not, scratch up the bed, or at its worst, dent or scratch the body or get it dirty. If it comes to that, it comes to that. But it's not like I have to baby this vehicle or have to repaint or have to remove the dent because we know that it's a work truck. Number three, trucks are gas guzzlers. Already I pay $150 a week, driving me and my haul around Redmond and Seattle. The infrastructure where I live supports EVs, DC fast charging, subsidized and even free charging. So for us EV owners, these next 2 to 3 years will be our honeymoon period for trying and to find charging hacks across the grid. At my company office, I have free DC charging for 30 minutes and 4 hours of standard charging every time I go in. Works about a 20-25 minute drive, so I'll touch on range in a bit. 4, it's accessories. I appreciate the F150 accessories are being the same cohort as 2015 all the way up to 2023. Makes buying all the car covers and trim that much easier just to buy on Amazon or eBay. Just type in F150 2020 accessories and have fun because the internal cabin is completely the same. I found a bed cover for only $70, or I can Raptor line it if I want it. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, range anxiety. What does frustrate me most about range anxiety and all the battery headlines is that they always advertise maximum capacity. Our F150 Lightning is the XLT model with 230 miles range with the trailer towing package. They advertise 230 miles, but that's not what you'll actually be driving. because for battery maintenance, there's still a ton of unknowns of how long these batteries will last and what are the best practices to maintain them. So as early adopters, we have no choice but to baby them, and babying them means listening to Ford's manufacturing recommendations. So 80 is the new 100, right? DC says 80 is best for DC charging, like I said before. So I'll only charge to 80% because I'm worried I want to destroy the battery. And if I'm leaving the car for about a week, it's best to leave it at 50%. So, okay, to recap, 15% is, oh, too low, I might not find a charger. And 50 is good for storing. And 80 is, let's just say, the max I want to go without destroying the battery. So now I'm only in this 80 to 50 range because in 30 minutes, free, that's where I can get it from. That's about 70 to 80 miles before I go from 80 to 50. So I'm always charging more frequently than I wanted, with the caveat, range anxiety, that it's free. So take the pros with the cons. And before you say if I should have bought the extended battery, that would have blown the budget to above $80,000. So you're looking at like $100,000 for these extended batteries for the Lariat and Platinum models. Free charging makes me ecstatic, even if I can barely justify the high $68K I paid for the truck. So let's go into this more. With Pro Power on board, you can click the different sections you want on and off. So the cabin is on here. I'm going to turn on the back, and you can see all the power draw. So less than 90 watts is being used right now, less than 90, even in my frunk. A lot of the questions are, will a cell phone kill your battery? Will laptops kill it? This, in comparison to what the car and all the power draw and real like camping electronics, things that lead to boil water or high heating elements, all these electronics pale in comparison. So you should really be able to host your laptops or charge your phones or tablets just fine in here. And even with this charging, you can see that I'm not drawing that much power. However, there's a ton of prompts on here, so it tells you exactly that it has an AC power available on the 2.4 kilowatt circuit front, 3.6 in the back, and all the information here. Very helpful prompts to be sensitive to what power needs and what best practices, turning them on, even having like a Pro Power reserve function where it'll shut off the outlets assuming the battery gets too low. And you can even change those settings over here. Outlets will turn off at the value selected below when I have 70 miles left. But this 360 camera function, you just press this over here and boom, you can see all the different angles. So I can see fully the front, I can see a 180 view, whatever you want to call that. Keep pressing this button here. You can see what's in your truck bed to make sure everything's strapped in okay. You can see I have some gear that I bought from Home Depot that's kind of just swinging around in the back. This is if I have the trailer camera, which I don't have anything attached right now. Or there's my hitch to see if all the sway bar and everything like that, weight distribution hitch is doing good. And the actual back camera, full view not available. So I think what it means by that is the full view is kind of like here, full view. And then over here, if you actually like zoom into each region, press this, you can see I can look at over there, I can see that side. I don't really need all this. Like I said, I'm pretty experienced driving big rigs, scratch trucks, dented cars before, just learned by trial by fire. And these types of things kind of just add that additional layer of comfort while driving. Not needed, but extremely nice to have. And I can say that I don't use this and always tap this front button, physical button, a lot. Okay, so let's go into things we just learned day by day using it. Turn on the one pedal driving mode. It's a really cool feature where it uses your braking stopping power to recharge your battery. Our dealer showed us this. It's buried within the Ford screens, but it really should be the default method of driving. It takes a little bit of learning, but it's way better than wasting all that forward momentum energy that you have for braking. You can use that to turn the alternator and charge your battery and just squeeze out more mileage. The ceramic heater uses a lot of battery, and they recommend using the heated seats to heat yourself up. Whereas in a normal car, you're just used to setting a temperature and forgetting about it. Well, this one, you have to be a little more sensitive because running the ceramic heater is so inefficient, and you can see your battery health, that your climate controls are taking a good chunk, 10%, 15% of your battery usage, and you'd rather be keeping that for the mileage. Okay, so final thoughts. She drives like a dream. She zooms, she's faster and stronger up the hills than my F150 V8. In Redmond, Duval, where we live, the roads are long, the country's wide, and the lightning is blazing fast, tight, and smooth in handling. all the skills that I've learned from spark plug maintenance, Lucas Oil add-ons, changing oil routines, bleeding the brakes, or just being prepared will be replaced by things like insurance, warranties, and dealers. I'm both the target audience for this new generation of EV truck for work and play, but also part of a dying breed of antiquated do-it-yourselfers. Are all the skills we've learned in the past useless now? Maybe, but not today. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll do more in this series for the F150 Lightning. We have a lot to cover, including trailer towing and camping, and using the Pro Power Assist plus best battery tips as we figure out how to navigate the infrastructure together. We'll see you in the next one.